I'm Robin Foley.
And I'm Brian Foley.
Last July, my husband Brian and I found out that we were pregnant. And most people would be very happy and excited, married, so that wasn't an issue. However, I was on a medication that causes severe birth defects when taken when you're pregnant.
So Robin had made a doctor's appointment. We went in and she found out that she was in fact pregnant, and he gave us some pretty alarming statistics about the results of babies that were produced during this kind of medication.
Those defects were just incomprehensible. Things like cleft palate, malformed skull, cranial malformation that makes the head incredibly large, missing limbs, missing ears, misplaced eyes, mental retardation, so not just physical but mental problems, things that, you know, no mother would want to have a child be born with.
So we were faced with a big decision on are we going to keep this baby or are we not? And the doctor had laid it out that there's a magic pill that, you know, basically the next morning everything would be over and we would just go on with our lives. It was considered ethically okay in the medical field.
But we had 72 hours to choose whether to take that medication or not. We went home and we were quiet a lot. And we did a lot of praying and thinking and crying and trying to figure out what to do and what we could do and live with ourselves, and what would God want us to do.
Being a pretty new Christian, it was definitely a difficult decision to make. I relied on some older Christians and people that had been walking in faith for quite a while, and just talked with them and did a lot of prayer and did a lot of thinking and did a lot of nothing just to think.
Through that prayer and research, because we continued to look and find nothing but bad news about what could happen, we slept on it and woke up the next morning.
The ultimate decision that we came up with was whatever God's will is, it's definitely not to terminate the pregnancy.
And we were going to potentially have to face the consequences and have a child that was not perfect, that had some problems, and we were going to have to figure out and just move forward and live with it and be happy about it, because that's what God gave us.
It always hits your pride that you might not have a perfect baby, and you know, everyone wants a perfect baby, and it was a very weird time that, you know, I felt a lot of my sin and pride trying to creep up and tell me to do something else. After we made the decision to keep the baby and adhere to God's will, or what we knew to be God's will, we went to a specialist the following week.
So instead of hearing that we had a 60% chance of this or a 70% chance of that, they told us that we had a 97% chance of having a perfectly normal baby. And here she is. Meet Miss Shannon Grace. She's just perfect.